in my head, I thought the girls that were going to be here were going to be like a cat fight. I was like, I'm going to have to fight for attention. People are going to be stealing these guys. Everyone's going to be trying to find a new sugar daddy. I was like, I didn't know it's just going to be a cat fight. I was like so stressed.
And what was it?
Absolutely the opposite. Not even close to what I thought. Everyone's so friendly. Honestly, the girls are just trying to talk to the girls, get their stories, get information, be like, okay, what have you found out? What do you like? How has your experiences been? So I love the men. They've been so nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of good sponsors, right?
But these girls are so fun.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily,
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
The oh so shocking stories of sugar dating.
I love Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, you just saw him last night.
I got emotional.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
He talked about a teacher had inspired him, and it just touched my heart.
She's talking about Pitbull.
Yeah.
We just finished up the concert weekend, the party with the crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. And today is Sunday, actually.
Today is Recovery Day.
Recovery Day.
We're hydrating.
And we've got a few of the
nursing hangovers.
The contestant winners here with us, just hanging out at my house before we head to the airport. We're taking them back here and there. So we're just kind of doing a decompress.
It's been a wild couple of days.
It was a wild couple of days.
Goodness.
All right. We grabbed one sugared baby, and she came down not knowing a single soul. And we're going to get her thoughts. So welcome, Victoria.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Victoria from Utah.
Yeah. So, Victoria, what were you thinking when you sent in that application to come party with the crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy?
Well, I've been listening for a while, and I've loved getting context with what sugar dating even is. None of my friends really sugar date, and I had an opportunity arise where it might be a possibility. And if I'm going to do something, I want to make sure I actually do it right. And so I looked up sugar dating podcast, and yours popped up, and I've been hooked ever since.
So we were talking a little bit earlier. I got to know you a little bit. Now, you are 25, you said?
Yes.
And you've been married already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that experience and how long it lasted. And
yeah. We dated for about 2 years. We met on an LDS dating app, and then he slid in my DMs. We dated during COVID, so pretty exclusive dating. And then we decided to get married in December because he wanted a tax break for his finances.
Actually, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So we were going to get married probably another 6 months later. But then he was like, if we're going to get married, let's just do it now.
How long did you guys date before you actually got married?
2 years.
2 years.
And then we were
so
married
you didn't rush
for
into
a
this.
year and 7 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So was this a formal wedding, courthouse wedding? What did we do?
It was a barn. It was super pretty.
I love
had very
barn
tall,
wedding.
like 12-foot Christmas trees on each side. Big, open, super tall, windows everywhere. It was a very pretty wedding.
Family,
super stressful.
Family from both sides, all happy there for the wedding.
Yeah, super supportive. We didn't get married in the temple or anything, but yeah, just like a normal. I mean, Utah weddings are a lot more chill than everywhere else. It's like maybe have some desserts.
Yeah,
but
right.
Yeah,
I've been to a few, so I get it.
Nice.
All right, so how long were you married before you got divorced?
a year and 7 months.
Okay, year and 7 months. And what happened?
We had a lot of differing views. I kind of started turning into someone I didn't recognize, and he wanted me to be a good Mormon girl, and I thought I could be that for him. I thought I could be the wife that he wanted, but I quickly learned it was not the lifestyle fit for me. I needed a little more room to wiggle. He didn't like me really dancing. He didn't like me modeling. He didn't like me doing a lot of the things that I found enjoyment in and hanging out with friends. So I felt controlled, and I wasn't allowed to make decisions that I wanted to. And so we decided to go our separate ways before kids were involved.
So you said you've been training in dance since you were 3 years old. What kind of dance do you do, and what's your favorite style?
So I am a professional dancer right now for a contemporary company, so I primarily train with contemporary, but I love jazz, kind of sexy dancing side.
We got to see a lot of her moves this weekend, and we're going to get into that. It was pretty good, wasn't it, Lily?
Yes.
Very entertaining.
Yes. She is an excellent dancer.
And at one point, we were in the suite, and she was able to do the splits standing up, and her foot actually was glued to the ceiling.
Incredibly flexible.
Unbelievable.
One of my favorite party tricks.
Yeah, that was a nice party trick.
Let me tell you why she could accomplish this.
Why is that?
First of all, she's 5'11".
Yeah.
She's a tall, willowy blonde with long mermaid hair and gorgeous green eyes.
Yeah.
And
Cute.
she's just absolutely stunning, but she's got legs for days. So this is how she got her leg on the ceiling.
Right.
In the party suite at the concert.
Yeah. Let's get into this whole sugar dating thing. You were married, you got divorced, and now you're thinking you got to start dating again? Did you immediately jump on a sugar dating site, or where did you go?
No, so I dabbled a little bit in sugar dating when I was in college. And then
How did you dabble in it?
people would like reach out through Instagram and be like, hey,
Just through Instagram?
yeah, hey, are you open to like sending pictures if you wanted to have like a relationship? I don't want to meet you in person, but I want to have a girlfriend type relationship over the phone. Would you be interested? And
I mean, are these real people?
I mean, he sent me real money, so yeah.
Hey, you know what? If the money clears, keep sending in photos or whatever.
So I told
Pictures
him-
of your feet. I don't know what they want.
I danced in college, and he really liked pictures in my uniform.
Oh.
So I seriously, it was pictures I was already taking anyway. And I was like, if people want to give me $50 for this, sweet. Sounds good.
I'll take it.
All right. So you got a little dabble of men kind of throwing money at you, and then you got married.
Yes.
So then when you got divorced, you're thinking, well, let's dip our toe in that bowl again.
Yeah, it kind of came not intentional. Someone reached out on Instagram again and told me their situation. He's actually married, and his wife has no sex drive, and she doesn't want to know any of the details of his sexual experiences, but realizes...
Don't all the men say that, though?
I know.
That's like a standard story.
Many of them do.
Of course.
Isn't that right, Lily? You hear that a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think for some of them it's true. I think there are some
There's
women
a lot of
who
truth to it.
are not sexual and get off of me. Go find someone else. Leave me alone.
The opposite of me. I'm a very sexual person.
Same.
So, and my ex-husband was not. And so that's another reason things didn't work out. I was really hesitant at first, but he was really nice. He's super tall, attractive. I genuinely like hanging out with him, but he told me, he gave me rules, and he said the only thing that you can't do is fall in love with me. And I was like, baby, I think we'll be okay.
You can't fall in love with me. What the hell?
I was like, okay, well, let's see how this goes.
Right.
But he works in Miami sometimes, and he took me, and it was a blast. By the end, I was ready to go home, but a lot of the time I was spending by myself on the beach, and it was more of a soul-searching, positive journey for myself.
Nice.
And a nice little check at the end.
What did he give you for spending a week with him in
I got
Miami?
A free trip with a really nice hotel, and we actually went to a strip club.
Was that your
Fun.
first time?
No, but it was
Oh.
my first time being able to throw money like that.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. And I'm bisexual, so the
Yeah,
women
we-
are stunning.
We found that out at the party, and we're going to get into that a little bit later, that you kind of like a lot of flavors.
Oh yeah. I mean, who doesn't?
Right. Yeah. I've been preaching that since episode 1.
Exactly.
Do you want to tell us how healthy your check was at the end of the trip?
I got $2,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that made it worth it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And a free trip, flights paid for.
Yeah.
A
There you
lot
go.
of food. We ate such good food. It was amazing. I'm a big Asian fish, all the things, and being able to have actual good fish, not from Utah, by the sea in Miami, it was amazing.
What does he do for work?
Business. He's very,
I'm a
I
businessman.
know, he's like, I'm a businessman. And
I'm an accountant. I do accounting.
yeah, I think he starts and sells businesses.
Okay.
But you didn't have a profile on Seeking at this time.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
So he actually told me I shouldn't get one. I was talking to him about it, trying to get advice because he's not jealous. He wants me to have other people. He doesn't want me to fall in love. So I was seeing how else I could get to know wealthy, well-educated, nice men. And he was like, well, seeking's bad. Don't do it. And now after being on it and seeing the traffic and actually how many options are there, I can see why he was trying to control me.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen her profile, but I could imagine it would be very attractive.
Show you later.
Yeah.
I would love to get some pointers if you
Absolutely.
have any too.
Yeah.
We'll try.
All right. So you told me that you're just recently put a profile on Seeking. It's not even that old. So you don't really have that much experience yet. But what are you finding out there?
It's very overwhelming.
It is.
I woke up with like 130 messages.
Are you serious?
And I was like, oh my God, probably half might be scams. And then I don't know. I haven't looked through all of them, but I definitely have found interesting men. I've learned a lot of, I would say, business. I'm looking for mentorship. And so that's what I've found mainly. Nothing super like a physical connection or attraction, but definitely mentorship and good company and good conversation.
Yeah. Now you work a lot.
I worked in the HR scene, and then I started making more from my sugar daddy than I did from my job, and so I quit.
You know, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised though you quit your job.
Well, I teach dance as well, and so I was working it was East Coast hours, so it was 6 to 3 from online computer job, and then I would go teach dance from 3:30 till like 8:30.
Oh, nice.
And I was not happy working that much, getting up early, so I was like, I don't really need to have 3 jobs, so we can cut one.
So are you currently in a sugar relationship?
So
are you juggling daddies?
Miami daddy has informed me his mother has fallen ill, and so he wants to take a couple weeks and just spend time with her and help get her hopefully better or a situation where she'll be okay.
Okay.
And so he's informed me that he's going to take some time off and he'll be back when things are going better with his family.
And who else do you have on the hook?
I call him my farmer boy. He owns a farm in Wyoming and only wants to do phone stuff. So, like he said, 10-minute phone call for $100. I'm like, okay.
Has he sent you the money?
Yeah, we've FaceTime. We actually FaceTime this morning.
So it's real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to pay for my flight. So I was like, do you want to FaceTime me? What's up?
Right. Well, a lot of times the scammers want online stuff, but then they want you to fill out a forms to be on their company payroll, and it involves social security numbers and things, and bank account numbers, and that is a scam.
I actually got scammed, I think. Well, I didn't go through with it, but someone was reaching out to me saying that he wanted to fly me out to Dallas. Cowboys. Where was I going with this? Oh, he wanted to fly me out to Dallas. And he goes, well, I'll book all the flights and everything, first class, don't worry, but can you just Venmo me $100? So I know you're serious. Yeah. And we've been talking
Dear God.
We even FaceTimed. And we've been talking for like a week.
Like, wait, you want me to send you money?
Yeah, I was like, I've never been asked this. That's so confusing. Why do you need $100? Like, that seems a little useless if you're saying how rich you are. And the salary he was offering, I was like, what the? And then he's like, you think I would talk to you this long for a measly $100? I was like, yes, I definitely think you are, and I'm going to block you right now.
Right.
Good.
Unbelievable.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're getting a lot of out-of-state people. How is the sugar dating scene there in Utah?
I mean,
a lot of married
I've
guys.
Heard, after hearing stories from all the other girls from around the country, I think it's not probably the most popping place, but Park City is definitely a hub. Pretty much every like meet and greet I've gone on has been in either Salt Lake or Park City.
Yeah. Okay. Do you get hit up a lot by the married men?
Yeah, most sugar daddies in Utah are married, in my opinion.
What are your thoughts on that? People go varying directions with this one.
So my kind of sugar daddy situationship, he said he's had 3 other sugar babies prior, and I don't know why that made me feel better. I was like, oh, he's already done it. He's going to keep doing this.
Lily, does that make you feel
I don't know if that makes me bad or not.
Better when somebody says that they've had sugar relationships in the past? Does it make you feel more confident this guy knows what he's doing?
Well, she's saying she was more comfortable with the fact morally that he was married because she's not the first person he's cheated with.
Oh, gotcha,
I'm not the one
gotcha.
that's starting this
Yeah.
snowball, you know?
She's not the original homewrecker.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, he's done this. And the fact that he's had other sugar relationships.
Right.
I've actually seen, there's like 3 or 4 guys that have been like, I've never done this before. Can you teach me? Personally, I like someone a little more experienced just because I feel like I'm so new. I'm like, I'm not qualified to be teaching you what to be doing.
Yeah.
I do like dating someone who's done it for a while because they've learned the ins and outs and the lessons of how to treat a woman, I guess, and what it means to actually sugar and spoil somebody for the most part.
Yeah, I don't like feeling like I have to ask. Not in a bad way. I understand you have to express your feelings or else they can't read your mind. But if I'm having to ask for my weekly, if we've established a salary weekly and I'm not getting a Venmo on Sunday, I have to be like, okay, hey, can you send it to me?
Yeah.
And it takes me out of the relationship. I'm getting back into the details. And so if you're going to offer to give someone a salary, put that alarm in your phone that day, and you better be sending it because no girl wants that.
I know I've been guilty now that Alejandra and I have been together for quite a while.
Love her, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
I want to take her home with me in my carry-on.
But I have her on a weekly allowance, and I usually pay her on the same day. But then we've been doing it for so long, I forget sometimes. And then like a couple days go by, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I know the girls hate that. I know.
I need to add a couple hundred if you're late
oh,
fee.
yeah, trust me.
I like that idea.
Yeah, late fee. There you go. So what are you looking for eventually? I mean, are you looking for your person? Are you looking to have fun?
No, definitely not a serious relationship.
Okay.
Being married and divorced, I feel like I want to experience more of who I am, what I like, who I like. Mm-hmm. And so experiences, mentorship. I still love connection. Physical touch is a huge thing for me. So being able to have those experiences, especially with a man who is successful, tends to be more confident and has information and knowledge that I would love to learn from.
Right.
Okay, you mentioned that you're bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference for men over women or women over men or...
So right now I tell my friends how's dating? So I'm dating girls and then older men. I do not like dating guys my age. I am over it. They do not know
what they're doing
to treat a woman. So I would probably say my focus for more emotional connections with women and then more of that mentorship that I was talking about with men.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's talk about this party a little bit. It was a fun weekend, right?
Very.
All right. So you got on the plane, you flew down, and what's going through your head?
I got the butterflies when we were landing. I was like, oh my God, we're here. I've been thinking about this so long, planning outfits, getting excited. I'm like, oh my God, we're finally doing this. I actually had Pitbull's playlist in my headphones for the flight to help me get hyped up. I was listening to Fireball.
Fireball. Yeah.
And then Kevin was picking me up from the airport.
Yeah.
And so
what'd you think of Kevin when you first
absolutely
met
adore. Very charming.
Yeah.
Super easy to talk to. And as soon as I saw him, he gave me such a warming smile, wave. I was like, oh, okay, we're going to be okay.
Was he what you pictured him to be?
No.
His look doesn't really match his
I
voice,
know.
but he is a very gregarious guy. Mm-hmm. And he was a good chauffeur this weekend.
He was a great chauffeur, yeah.
Yeah.
I rode, I think you and Alejandra and me rode in his Tesla.
Oh, my goodness.
Amazing.
So I have a Lamborghini, and it's fast, but he has a Tesla Plaid. And he's like, you want to see how fast this is? We're like, yeah. Literally, what did it do to your stomach? Because mine I had to get it out of the truck. Oh, your clitoris. That's why the girls enjoyed that so much. Alejandra's like, let's do it again.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, it's unbelievable the torque that it put on your body. And so you got a tingling feeling down there, huh? Isn't that funny?
Oh, girls like to go fast.
That is so funny. Lily, you're going to have to try it.
Oh, I just had a ride in Trucker's car the other day. He put a new carburetor on it, and he was testing it
He has
out.
a little sports car.
Dear God, what is that car? I always forget.
It's like a Cobra.
Yes.
Kit car. So it looks like a Cobra.
And he didn't warn me to put on a hat. So he's hauling ass, testing it out. Mm-hmm. My hair's flying everywhere. I'm like, oh, dear God. But that car definitely gets it as well. It's pretty sick.
All right, so Victoria, you got off the plane, you met Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
and then I believe he brought you to my house
Yes, with another sugar baby.
with another sugar baby, and you knew nobody.
No.
Yeah.
Who rode with you? Was it somebody that was staying in the same house as you? Mm-hmm. Was it? I'm trying to think what her fake name is.
Asian, beautiful,
Asian,
New York.
beautiful, hot Asian
Sexy,
New York girl.
sexy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she does have a fake name, but I can't think of it right
Yeah.
now.
Love her. We're
Yes.
planning a trip to all go
Nice.
hang out.
You were staying at one of the Airbnbs with two girls you didn't know, and how did that interaction go?
Super comfortable from the jump. I was kind of like, oh, I'm going to be living. Sometimes girls,
Yeah.
and especially in my head, I thought the girls that were going to be here were going to be like a cat fight. I was like, I'm going to have to fight for attention. People are going to be stealing these guys. Everyone's going to be trying to find a new sugar daddy. I was like, I didn't know it's just going to be a cat fight. I was like so stressed.
And what was it?
Absolutely the opposite. Not even close to what I thought. Everyone's so friendly. Honestly, the girls are just trying to talk to the girls, get their stories,
know.
get information, be like, okay, what have you found out? What do you like? How has your experiences been? So I love the men. They've been so nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Getting
good
to know
sponsors,
them.
right?
But these girls are so fun.
Yeah. And see, I already knew that was going to be how it was, but people who haven't congregated with others in the lifestyle in a setting like this are always surprised on how welcoming and open and honest everybody is with each other, and that you don't have to hide the fact that you're sugar dating and that you're having these experiences, and you can just be yourself.
It's honestly refreshing.
It's
like
very
a
refreshing,
load taken
yeah.
off your shoulders. You're like, wow,
Yeah.
I can just be myself.
And you feel like instant family.
Yeah.
And even after you leave, everybody's going to exchange numbers, Instagrams, and things like, and you're going to be able to keep in touch with these people for the rest of your life. I know Lily has made friends from interactions of parties that
Oh,
we've
yeah,
had.
for sure.
And she still keeps in touch with them, and we follow each other. And even though you met a girl last night who was on our show, I think she went by Eve or something, way back when we first started. And she's like, hey, do you have any tickets available? I'm like, no, I don't have anything, but if somebody falls out, I'll let you know. Well, we had somebody fall out in the last minute. She came. I went on one meet and greet with her, and she did one podcast like 2 years ago. But she is family, and like we hugged each other like we have been seeing each other for years. You know, it's this unbelievable connection.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
That was my first time meeting her, and she just chatted me up, and
And she's
she
the
was
one
so excited to be there.
and she's the one who introduced Podcast Fanboy to the whole experience.
I got
To
to
go
meet
to her,
podcast
yeah.
fanboy. I had a little fangirl moment. I was like, this is the podcast fanboy?
Okay, let me ask you this, because you've listened to a lot of our episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anyone from the show that looked completely different from
Besides Kevin.
from how you pictured them? What picture did you have in your head of Podcast Fanboy?
I thought he was going to be shorter.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
pretty
he's
tall
pretty
guy.
tall. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, he's super tall and a really big smile. I don't know. I pictured probably shorter and just bald.
Yeah.
Nope, he's got plenty of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sure does. Full
Yeah,
head of hair.
And he's like 66 still.
I think so.
Yeah. Still full head of hair. What do you think of Vivian?
Oh,
Isn't she a doll?
love.
Beautiful hair. Gorgeous.
And the personality.
And her body.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's got a smoking body. I can see why Kevin fell for her.
Of course.
Yeah.
And listening to him talk about her
Yeah.
melt my heart.
Aw.
So cute.
And then Kimmy, she brought it.
Of course. I mean, I say when does she not, but I can just tell by listening to her. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
you
is
had-
not.
Had you already seen pictures of her like on
No.
social media? Oh, you hadn't?
I wanted to come completely raw.
So did anybody else look way different than you pictured them?
I mean, I feel like your voices being with you all weekend now, I feel like, but when I first met you guys, it was very kind of weird. I was like, oh my God, like
They're
this
real
is just
people.
a voice in my head. Like,
Yeah.
what? This is a real person. It's been so fun to finally like
Right.
match faces
How
with names.
about Amy? You got to meet Amy.
Oh, you met Amy, right? She came to the party yesterday, and then she was the last one on the bus with the red
Yes,
red
yes,
dress.
She accidentally, I think, spilt her shot on me.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So we had to do a little cleanup in the back for a little
So,
bit.
funny story. Amy was just going to make an appearance. She has really bad social anxiety. She's the original gangster. Like, she
Yeah.
helped me start this thing. And she was going to come say hi because there's some people that specifically asked to meet her.
I want to meet Amy.
And so she came in like a ball cap and a, like a just
Oh, yes.
A flannel, yeah.
flannel shirt. And then
Very casual.
and then we had one other ticket right at the last minute open up. Somebody couldn't make it right at the last minute. And we convinced her to go. It was shocking. Now, she only stayed for about half the concert because she has really bad social anxiety.
She can only take so much of that kind of environment.
Yeah, that's not her scene.
It's a lot. I can understand, but
Yeah.
I thrive. I love it. No, it was super nice meeting her. Just different stories, and you're realizing like, oh, I see now who's connecting with who and who used to be with who. It's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then you met Angie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Angie came to the W.
So
the
what
party at the
happened
W.
was Lily said, hey, everybody's flying in on Friday. We don't have anything planned. You just want to grab some drinks and get to know each other at the W. That ended up turning into a big party.
It sure did.
We had some sugar daddies who got some beautiful suites up there.
The patio was bigger than
Yeah.
my freaking apartment in Utah.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
So
Yeah,
one of the
bigger than mine,
sugar
too.
daddy suites had this huge patio overlooking the W, and we were able to
Pool
go
table,
out there. And,
tic-tac-toe board.
yeah.
And we just brought a bunch of drinks up in there. And one of our sugar daddies is quite the bartender.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah. He was shaking drinks with both hands and dancing around shirtless in suspenders. And
Absolutely amazing. He made
Doing
me
magic
such a
and-
good spicy margarita.
Yeah.
oh gosh, we're referring to Short King.
Yeah, Short King.
You guys are going to hear a lot about Short King in the next few episodes.
Well, we recorded an episode that will actually come out before this one, so it's already released. And
Oh.
it's excellent.
Okay.
On his weight loss journey, being a short guy, weighing 195 pounds, and how he lost the weight. And you saw him shirtless. I mean, abs,
Yeah.
muscles.
He's a hot Short King.
Yeah, so he certainly didn't let that height limitation affect him. I mean, and that's what he said. He said in school he was not very popular. He would play Monopoly by himself.
What?
Yeah, he told the whole story, and
Oh,
he had
gosh.
this whole scenario of how he would do it. And then he just learned different things. He learned magic, and he learned how to dance, and this and that. And all of a sudden, he became like this really popular guy.
Oh, he is the life of the party.
Yeah.
He sure is.
He has made so many drinks, so many girls happy. It's
Right.
been amazing.
Yeah. So he was one of our late sponsors, and actually he's the reason we were able to expand the party from 22 to 30 people, because we were able to buy another half suite and invite more people. So that was great. Now, tell us about some of the girls that you met. We saw some interesting interactions.
Yes. Well,
Victoria loves the women.
one of the first girls, this beautiful blonde, is just sitting there. I was like, trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Wait, was she one of your roommates at the Airbnb?
No.
This is our Las Vegas connection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does she have a name I need to
I don't
be
think so
using?
yet. We haven't named her.
Call her Vegas.
We'll call her Vegas girl.
Yeah, Vegas girl. Her eyes are piercing. So beautiful. And we connect super well. Actually, we were hanging out, what was it, Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm.
And we just, for like 2 hours, just laying in bed, just laughing, watching old Western movies. It
Yeah.
was so cute.
I showed you pictures of my ex-fiance back in the 90s, actually, who went to BYU. She looks very similar. Every time I look at her, I think of my ex-fiance.
Takes you back.
Yeah, it really does. The blonde hair and the lighter skin and the eyes. Oh, my gosh.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she was
And she's
absolutely
fun
beautiful.
to be around. So,
Right?
Yeah.
Now, is she a dancer also?
She was dancing last night.
Yes, she was. All right, so you met her, and then what was some other good connections that you made here?
I was super excited to meet Kimmy, obviously.
Yeah.
And we might be meeting up in Salt Lake with her billionaire boyfriend.
Really?
Did you hear that?
No, what's the story?
She wants to gift her billionaire a threesome
Really?
with Miss Thang right here.
And her billionaire, he's pretty tall,
I've heard.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen pictures. She's kind of
he's kinda-
short, but
He's definitely taller than her.
yeah.
I say he's about average.
Oh, he is? Okay. I
don't
haven't.
know
You
if I
met him
even
in person,
remember.
but I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was sitting down working when I met him.
I know.
So
So what was his reaction to Kimmy's proposal?
I don't think he knows yet. I think it's a surprise.
Oh.
Or did she tell him?
I think
Did
she sent
tell
him a picture.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, I think she sent him a picture, and I guess he likes tall blondes.
Oh, yes.
And she's like, I have someone that I think you might want to meet.
His ex-girlfriend looks very much like you.
Perfect.
He does live tall, willowy
There you go.
blondes. Yeah, Kimmy is absolutely not his type. Except now she is.
Kimmy's everyone's type.
Because he
Come on.
fell for her
Yeah.
hard and fast.
Right. All right, so Friday night we had this party, and then Saturday, did you do anything before our pre-party?
Yeah, so hung out with Vegas, and then I got myself some breakfast, and then the other girls that were staying at her Airbnb, we just kind of talked a little, spilled stories from the night prior.
Yeah.
And then actually the neighbor in our cul-de-sac at the Airbnb wanted to be friends with us. And
Oh,
so
I wonder why. There's a ton of hot chicks in the house next door. Let's go see if they need anything.
So I have this Airbnb, and there's 4 houses in this cul-de-sac, I think, 5. Anyway, the one on the right, it's full of Mexican nationals. They have about 12 cars in the driveway, and the one on the left, again, has dozens of cars in the driveway. It's more of a white family that, has the Trump flags and things like that in their yard. So it's a very interesting dynamic on both sides. And, of course, the Mexican household took a liking to you girls.
Yes.
They saw you walk in, and they were like, hey.
They did. Yeah, we heard a little knock on the door, and I was like, who is that? Is someone surprising us? What? And we open it, and he's like, very little English, offered me a joint and said, hi, I wanted to give this to you.
Marijuana?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't really want to smoke right now. Sorry. He's like, no, this is just for you, like, whenever you want. I just wanted to give this to you. And I was like, what a perfect icebreaker.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yes.
welcome to the neighborhood.
Have a joint.
I would almost apologize for that experience, but hey, you know what? It sounds like it was fun.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was, and then they came back later and they were having a little jam sesh. And apparently he's a singer in a band.
Yeah.
And he wanted to perform for us.
Yeah.
So we went and listened. It was, I mean, I was going to take a nap or listen to some random man play the guitar. So I chose the latter.
Yeah. All right. So that was your Saturday morning. And then we started the pre-party around 4 to 6 before we went to the concert. Did you kind of pace yourself, or did we dive in pretty heavy?
With alcohol?
Yeah.
No, I definitely paced myself. Us 3 girls in the house that we're staying at, we told every time we have a shot, we have to drink water.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I cannot get too drunk.
Right.
So I honestly think I did great. When I started going down was when we came back. And I started laying down and I got sleepy. But I don't think I ever got too drunk.
What'd you think of the party bus on the way to the...
Absolutely amazing.
Was that cool
I
or
wanna
not?
live on there. Yeah.
Yeah. We ended up upgrading to like this huge 30...
It was a 32
passenger.
passenger, and we had exactly 30 people on
Yeah.
there.
And it had the LED lights. The music was rocking. There was 2 stripper poles. And did those poles get used?
They sure did.
Did they ever?
Oh, yeah. So one of our girl Amy's traits is when she drinks, she becomes a little bit bossy.
Yeah.
And she was, get up there. You're dancing.
She's
We're all
walking
dancing.
down the aisle, grabbing
Pulling the
girls,
throwing them
throwing them on the pole.
Oh, gosh. She is so funny when she drinks.
Yeah. No, Victoria did some pole dancing.
Yes.
You were shaking that thing, showing us some of your professional moves.
Heyo, I had to contain myself a little. I was like, girl, you can't go too hard.
Right.
Once I hear music, it's hard to contain myself.
What'd you
but
think
it
of
was so fun.
Kimmy's moves on there?
I wanted to join, and I
I'll
think
tell
I
you what,
did.
she was putting some good moves on the pole. I was a little bit surprised.
Kimmy is renowned for being a terrible dancer, but
I know, that's the thing.
give her a
would
poll.
Never have guessed.
Give her a poll.
Yeah.
She can hang.
One of her gimmicks is bad dancing.
Yeah.
She would
She's
put-
like
post-
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yeah, she would post that on social media.
No way.
But I think
Yeah.
she does it on purpose.
Oh, she can dance.
Yeah.
That's for sure a facade.
All right, so the party bus got us to the concert, and then where did you go from there? How do you think things went with the concert?
I went to a jazz game in a suite once, but I've never experienced a concert in a suite.
Yeah.
The food,
It was good, right?
amazing. So many different options. I was like, dang, all you can eat. Okay.
That
And
prime rib. Oh,
Yeah, we had prime rib,
that was
poached
so
lobster.
good.
They had a nice selection of salads and pastas, and then they had some desserts, and then we got bottle service and had some drinks in the suite.
Yep.
So the concert was 3 concerts in one.
yeah.
It was like an hour of Pitbull, an hour of Enrique Iglesias, and an hour of Ricky Martin. Tell us about Pitbull. That was on your playlist.
Oh, every single song I was singing as loud as I could, dancing so hard. I do think, who was it? It was Podcast Fanboy. He leaned over, he goes, you are tall, and I was worried standing behind you, and then I realized I was quite happy with my seat. I was like, perfect. I'm glad I could give you a little show.
Yeah, he was enjoying that. So Pitbull put on a great concert, didn't he?
Absolutely
he's
amazing.
So entertaining, and he's so motivational.
And the dancers.
Yeah. the
Oh,
dancers were
yes.
great.
I want their outfits.
The dancers were amazing.
Right?
And their outfits were amazing. And there was a lot of twerking.
Yeah.
I felt in my element.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so after Pitbull, then we had Enrique Iglesias. Now, he's been getting a little bit of slack for his singing abilities as of late. What did you think of the concert there?
I went and mingled with, I think there was like 6 or 7 girls out talking out on a bench just kikiing, you know,
so
as
you
we
got a little
do.
distracted.
So I mean, I love the music, but I came for Pitbull. So when he was
Right.
done, I was like, okay, I'm trying to get to know some stories, see some girls, see what's going
So you were
on.
doing a little bit more
I did
socializing.
yeah, I was definitely a social
Which
girl.
that option was available. They had some nice, comfortable seating out there in the lobby in the private area.
Yeah, I'm so spoiled with all of the concerts we've gone to that where we got suites that I don't even want to go to a concert the regular way anymore.
I know. Once you fly
I'm
first class,
super spoiled.
it's hard to go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you catch the finale, Ricky Martin?
Oh yeah, I was
I'd
there
never
for,
seen him, so that was a first for me. But
Yeah, I don't know if I know
his
any of
songs.
I don't know if I know a ton of his songs.
She
but-
bang, she
Oh,
bang.
yeah, okay, yeah.
I like the way she moves.
She moves.
That was my favorite song that
Yeah.
he did.
That was
And then
good.
Biddy, his Bon Bon, Biddy Bon, or something like that.
Yeah.
Bon Bon. Da, da, da. Anyway, I'm not a singer, so forgive me. I don't know how this is going to come across. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. And then I personally thought that everybody would be so wiped out, they're just going to chill on the bus ride home. That wasn't the case at all.
Not at all.
The music got started again, and I think there was even more pole dancing. Short King, that boy can dance.
Oh yeah, his moonwalk.
His moonwalk, and
Effortless.
he had the fedora on. He's doing all these tricks with it, and then he got his fiance there. She's cute, huh?
Very.
What do you think of her?
I was sad. I wanted to hang out with them after, but I got too tired and I fell asleep.
Yeah. So we all came back to my place, and then continued eating, continued drinking.
Yeah, a lot more.
And then about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, we started to see people, their bodies start shutting down. And Victoria was one of those. We looked over on the couch, and she was out.
Zonked. I wish I could say it was out of character, but my friends, we can't go to movies. They were like, it's just an expensive nap for you at this
Right.
point. I was like, as soon as I get down on a couch, if it's comfy,
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah. So overall, what would you rate your experience here?
10.5.
Yeah. And the amazing thing is you just made a lot of new friends.
Hopefully lifelong.
Lifelong friends.
I was telling
Yeah.
someone, I was like, this isn't goodbye. This is see you later.
Right, right.
This will
Well,
not be
that's
the last time.
That's the great thing with social media now, like with Instagram and Facebook or whatever you connect on Snapchat, is it isn't goodbye. It's like, I know you're going to live in New York and I'm in Utah, but we're still going to be connected and we can still text and chat and video chat if we want or whatever. It's just, I follow people on social media that I haven't talked to in years, but I still feel like I know them.
Yeah.
And I'm following their lives and watching get relationships and kids and families and just all kinds of vacations. I see their vacations and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and now I have a place to stay in New York for free. So,
I know,
what?
right?
With a really cool girl that's going to introduce me to all of her cool friends. Amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Anything else you want to leave with our sugar dating community worldwide?
If you have an inkling and you're curious and want to try, I promise you should do it.
Yeah.
It's been, obviously there's been some negatives that I've experienced in my sugar dating, but
Well, that's with any
yeah, that's
kind of
any
dating.
dating.
Yeah.
So I have loved my experience here and I'm so glad you guys had me out. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Victoria, you were the life of the party. You along with
Why,
Short
thank
King. Wouldn't you vote them two the most valuable players?
Yeah, I would say they're
I
right
think-
up there in the top 10.
Yeah.
Everyone was a hoot. We just
Yeah.
are, we definitely like to dance and move and groove for sure.
Right. Well, the party would have had a different dynamic without you. So I don't know what it would have been, but I'm glad it was what it was
Well,
because
the thing I love the most about Victoria is she's such a social butterfly. She made everyone feel comfortable
Yeah.
and welcome. And you were really good at going around and checking on people because I have a tendency to do that too, but more from like a mother hen perspective. But you were just really warm and welcoming, I think, with everyone. And I noticed it and I appreciated it.
Well, thank you. It was genuine. I just want to have fun with my girls and now found guys. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. It was a blast.
As we wrap up, and I've already read your story in the past podcast, but I want to hear it from your mouth about your crazy sugar dating story.
Oh, yes. So I had a sugar daddy that loved the fact that I was a dancer. And he couldn't dance, but he always would watch like Ballet West or like different type of dancing performances. He just found a fascination with it. And so he reached out to me and he said, would you want to put on a little dance number for me? I would pay you. Here's some of the songs I like. Would you be down? I was like, absolutely. I would be honored.
Yeah.
So it was a really little theater. It wasn't anything crazy, but super small theater. We just had a little playlist all set up. I just had to plug in my Bluetooth, super low key, no like crazy lighting. And I did my little dance performance for him. It was honestly just all improv, but I told him I spent weeks choreographing. But I was like, I'll just do a little dance for you. He'll love it. And then he did. Took me to a really nice dinner after.
Nice.
Was that right there in Utah?
Yeah.
Nice. How
That was
fun.
a lot of fun.
That's a cool story.
Yeah. We want you to keep in touch with us.
Oh, you have
And-
to.
Please.
You know, you're actually close enough where you can come down and visit
That's
us
what I was telling.
anytime.
I was like, we don't have to do a huge
Yeah.
concert. If you guys just want to do a hangout.
Yeah, if you
go
just
to
want to
dinner,
come
let me
down,
know.
get out of the cold,
Yeah.
and we'll go to dinner and just explore the town or just hang out or whatever, anytime.
Yeah, if you guys
That'd
are
be a lot
ever
of
in
fun.
Utah, want to go skiing or anything,
Yeah.
let me know.
Very good. Sounds good.
All right.
Well, Lily, you survived the party.
Here I am.
Yeah.
A little hungover, trying to hydrate.
Yeah.
I've already had ibuprofen, but yeah.
Trucker really
I
enjoyed it,
feel that
didn't he?
I made it. It was touch and go there for a little while. Yeah, Trucker had the time of his life. He loves music. So
Yeah.
anytime there's a concert involved, he absolutely
Well,
is down.
we want to thank Trucker also. He helped take care of the bus driver, bought these amazing charcuterie
Yes.
boards.
Fancy charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie, however you say it.
From Dos Chris's.
Yeah.
And they are a couple of guys, both named Chris. And their philosophy is leave a little sparkle everywhere you go. And so all of the food has edible glitter on it.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I loved it. Such a nice touch.
Yeah, that was a really cool touch. So if you guys want to come party with the crew of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, look for our next contest coming soon. We're already looking at some dates next year. It might be Madonna. There's a couple others that we're looking at. I don't know. We'll announce it, but definitely going to do this again. And we always love hearing your crazy sugar dating stories at secretsofasugardaddy.com. Or even faster, follow us on Instagram and message us there. Lily and I both get those,
Yup.
and that's a very quick way of getting into our inbox. I think that's about it. All right.
Well, did you mention anything about OMG Yes? Because usually that's for the fellas, but our girl Victoria likes women, and she might want to.
Oh, I've heard.
Yes.
You
heard
might
about
want to
this.
check that out if
Yeah.
you really want to pleasure the ladies.
And you know who took that course was Bad Brad.
Oh, we did.
Yes. Yeah, and talking to him about it was really interesting. But yeah, he absolutely loved it. And of course, Jay from our past podcast has taken that course.
So do they feel like
reviewed
they really improve their
Oh,
skills?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
I'll
amazing.
have to pick their brain more tonight and see.
Yeah, it's a great program. It's just a one-time fee. Download it to your phone, and they've got some interactive things and videos on how to pleasure a woman properly, and it really works. It does.
Even if you're not bisexual, just as
Yeah.
a woman, knowing how
Maybe knowing how to pleasure
to
yourself.
be pleasured.
That is true.
There's a lot of girls, especially in Utah, that don't understand. So I think it's
Right.
good for all people, not even just
Yeah.
bisexual or men. So.
Yeah. All right. So go to our website. At the very bottom, you'll see a link to that. Click on it, and it'll take you to that program. Until next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.